Good morning. Welcome to our contemplative worship service. I invite you to get in a comfortable posture, and no matter what that posture is, it is perfect. I invite you to relax in your seat, in your bed. I invite you to create a space that will give you an opportunity to free your mind, an opportunity to write, an opportunity to take a moment to listen to Spirit. If this is your first time joining us, I am Reverend Melissa McQueen-Simmons, and I will lead us in a guided meditation. We will have moments of silence. We will also have moments where we hear the singing bells. I may hit the chime. I may even tap the drum. But at this moment, I invite you to get centered in your breath. If there's any outside noise that you would like to silence, now is the time to turn off anything that you would like to silence. Now is the time to release anything you don't want to take with you during this meditation. Now is the time to just be present with yourself, present in the space that you're in, so you can feel your body. During this time, it is an intentional time to relax. It's an intentional time to reflect. It is an intentional time to rest. Many of us are caught up with the busyness of the days, and sometimes we don't have that moment to just relax, to just reflect, to just rest. We are about to get busy with the holidays, and I don't want you to get caught up in the mix of things, in the mix of people, in the mix of life so much that you forget yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you go to bed at night, when you have finished all the things, it is you whom you are with. November is the month of gratitude. And as we reflect on our interspiritual theme for the month, may we also be grateful for our faith, for our hope, for our trust. May we be grateful for the seasons that have passed already: winter, spring, summer. And some of us are able to witness the colors of fall. As I look at these colors, I think about the throat chakra. I think about the sacral chakra, the reds, the orange, the solar plexus, the golds, the things that will help us tap into creativity, the things that help us get grounded. If you're taking a look at this beautiful picture, may you reflect and embrace these colors of warmth, reminded of the gratitude, reminded of the transformation, reminded of the seasons that change and why, and the blessing in the change. And if you are writing, it is a good it's a good time to write, what are you grateful for? Or when you look at this picture, what do you see? I'm going to read a little bit from the Book of Blessings and Rituals when it comes to November. So, families will gather this month to celebrate Thanksgiving and the abundance in their lives. Hold that word, abundance. Hmm. Nature has just bestowed upon you her most infinite blessing. Another year of health and home, family and loved ones surrounding you, strong crops and food to eat. To live a ceremonial life means taking time to pause, reflect, and give thanks before turning inward for the rest of the winter months. We all know what the winter months could look like for many of us who may not have family around or who may not be or appreciate the cold weather. But now is the time to reflect. Now is the time to think about all the things that you are grateful for. Now is the time to cherish your loved ones. Now is the time to gather all of that energy, all of that love, all of that affection. Now is the time to watch and witness the wonder of the fall colors changing, to remind us of the abundance in this world. Now is the time to think about our harvest. And for many of us, it looks different. For some of us, it is the typical garden. For many of us, it is the books you're writing. For some of us, it's the business you've started. It may be the hobby that you have began. It may be a new life that you are beginning into. It may just be surviving. And that is enough. I want you to know as we move into these colder months, as we move into these holidays, remember your life is enough. Your breath is enough. Your hope is enough. Your faith is enough. We are in our theme of interspirituality at Holy Ground. And many of us have faith that may seem different to most. But I want you to know whatever your faith is, that is enough. If you are able to believe in something bigger than yourself, if you are able to believe in something that will get you through your complicated times, if you are able to believe in something that will get you through what may seem to be dark times, if you are able to believe in the God of your understanding, the divine of your understanding, in which you are able to witness the unbelievable, the impossible, you are able to witness miracles. That is enough. And if it means that you have Jesus and you have your spiritual practice of meditation and you have your spiritual practice of yoga, and if you believe in Hanukkah, and if you celebrate the fastings of Ramadan, and if you also enjoy moments of silence and stillness, that is enough. Your faith is perfect. The reason into spirituality is important and is valid is because as humans, we need more than one thing to survive. And I tell you, when you take the time to look across the board at the many religions, you will see that many of them overlap. There are rituals that happen, there are sacraments that happen, there are prayers, there are moments of silence, there are leaders, there are prophets, there are values that overlap, and many religions are very similar. So I want you to embrace that it is okay to claim a religion. It is okay to claim your faith. And it is also okay to embrace and accept the many faiths of others. As you sit and reflect, I will share a few books that I use to embrace the multiplicity of my faith. And as you think about your faith, I don't want you to get comfortable with one book. One book is not enough. I have a book called For Lovers of God Everywhere. For Lovers of God Everywhere. I have a book, Spirited Minds. This book is called Faith Seeking Understanding. Um, I have a book called God at the Margins. God at the Margins. And the subtitle is Making Theological Sense of Religious Plurality. I have another book called Religious Pluralism and Interreligious Theology. Religious Pluralism and Interreligious Theology. I have a book called African Creative Expressions of the Divine. Energy Medicine. And these are what I deem as sacred books. And then there are our other books, our Bibles, our Quran, the Torah, So, as you think about your faith and as you think about this time of gratitude, let's be grateful for our faith. Because sometimes our faith is all we have. For some of us, having the courage, having the bravery to believe in something bigger than ourselves is the hope we need. It's the motivation we need. It's the thrive. It's the oomph. It's the push we need to remind us that God's got our back. It reminds us that even the people we believe in, our loved ones, our best friends, our our siblings, our families, because we can have faith in them too. Because God lives through all of us. We are all created divinely unique, divinely created. And many of us may not understand why some people are the way they are in this space, navigating in this world. But I tell you, there are many people we can learn from. And if you are around people who just give you a different energy, that may be your life lesson. It may be the person put in your space to teach you something. I don't know about you, but I faith can move mountains. So we have our faith. I've shared some books. So you have your faith that you're going to believe. You have some books that you're going to have nearby that's going to help you supplement your faith. That's going to help you remind you how you're going to continue to do the things you do. That's going to remind you that you are not alone. Because while faith can move mountains, having your faith and creating a practice, you'll be able to climb those mountains. You'll be able to walk over those mountains. When times are tough, you will have the things you need, the resources you need, the mind, the willpower, the strength, the power, the hope, the physical strength to know that when this mountain comes, you can walk over it, you can climb it, you can jump over it. And I'm not saying move quickly, move swiftly. I'm saying you move at the space that the Spirit is saying for you to move. You be gentle with yourself. You use wisdom. You gather your resources. You gather your books. You gather yourself in prayer. You sit in reflection. You sit in meditation. You think about when you saw the God of your understanding do it before. You think about the stories sacred to you the prophets that speak to you, when you have seen them do something miraculous, when you have heard them say something you know that will get you through, when your ancestors or the angels in your life that surround you, when you think about those memories, when you know that their presence around you is going to help you get through what you need to get through, and when you think about the wisdom of your seasoned adults that have taught you, and when you hear the voices of our youth, our future, share their hopes, remembering that we are all holy, and remembering you can create a holy space, a space that's sacred, a space uniquely, interspiritually, faithfully created for you. Knowing that with the God of your understanding, you have trust. In Jesus, you have trust. In your loved ones, you have trust. And you have hope. You have hope knowing that you've seen hope before. You've seen people get through things before. And you tap into that light. You tap into that energy. You embrace that spirit of gratitude. And I'm going to hit the singing bowl as we sit and reflect on our last moments of meditation. Enjoy a few deep breaths. Take in the spirit of gratitude. Reflect on the tools you need to blend and supplement and increase and build a faith that is on a good foundation.